Well, hi.
Hi, hello. I'm going to introduce
sorted.
you.
Okay.
Now that we're sorted for sure. If you guys don't know, CrashKoeck is an amazing guy. He's a father. He's a streamer. He's honestly one of the few streamers that I look up to when it comes to production. He is like a technological genius. I don't mean to like butter him up too much. Did I do a good job? Do you feel buttered up? Are you complimented?
Thoroughly buttered, like unsalted, unsalted, fully like movie theater popcorn in multiple layers, buttered.
Okay, well, we also have Thanksgiving coming up, so you could also have gone with a butterball turkey or something.
I could have, but I don't. You know what? My thought process is very delayed. So there's that.
That doesn't sound like you. I feel like you're always on the ball.
No, I was coming in with a grounded.
Oh my goodness. So Crash, thank you for joining me today. I had a whole bunch of things I want to talk to you about. I hope you have 2 hours of time because I feel like I'm probably going to use 4. Let's be honest. I have so much I wanted to talk to you about. You're an interesting guy. The first thing I need to know about you, how did you get into Twitch?
Accidentally.
How does that... Did you fall?
No, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to make YouTube videos. All right, so this was back in 2015. I'm like, I'm gonna make a YouTube video. I'm gonna be YouTube guy. And anyways, I wanted to make a YouTube video, but I wanted to do like I was playing Destiny back then, and I wanted to do raid tutorial videos and stuff like that. I had no capture hardware. I didn't know how to use anything on the computer for this. Like at that point, I was like there was a period of my life. There was a good 5-6 years where I was a technological idiot. Like I was basically living in a cave. And then 2015, I started coming out of that cave. Anyways, I wanted to make videos. I wanted to put them on YouTube for tutorials for Destiny. I really liked that game. And I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I could only record like 15 minutes at a time on my PlayStation 4. I'm like, okay, how do I get like an entire like half hour to hour-long raid? How can I record that? And I'm looking at all the apps I can get on PlayStation. And I see what's this Twatch thing? And then I look at it. Oh, because I couldn't go to YouTube at the time. And I go, okay, so Twitch. Oh, I can save VODs. So Twitch was just a vessel for me I'd go there and then I'd pull the VOD and upload that to YouTube. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. This is how I'm going to make this work.
And you never edited any of those? You just straight up uploaded them?
No, just freaking just boom. Like, hey, enjoy, right?
Did anybody watch them?
More people watch the stream than the video. So I'm like, okay, wait, this is actually kind of cool. This streaming is so much. It's instant gratification. Like the ADHD in me was just like, dopamine right away. So, I started focusing more on streaming. I was set up in my living room. I had a, basically I got my first bit of streaming stuff. I had my MacBook, which at the time sucked for anything for streaming. So I got boot camp. I had Windows loaded on it, and then I had to figure out how to get my PlayStation feed to my laptop. And at the time, plugging in the HDMI port from the PlayStation 4 to the laptop didn't work. I went, there's got to be a better way to do this. So I look it up, and lo and behold, Elgato was this company that had this thing that could take the video and put it on there, and then use OBS. And so I figured all that out. So I'm sitting in my living room. I've got this desk lamp with a blue snowball propped up on top of it, and I've got like a 50-foot active HDMI cable running from my TV on the other side of the living room. I tucked it under the baseboard and everything over to my couch and tucked it into my couch so I could just set up my laptop next to me on my couch and plug in the cable. And yeah, that's kind of how I started streaming. It's that was my first setup, and then slowly built it up, and then switched over. So now I have that. Oh wait, you don't see it on your stream. It's on my.
No, it's okay. Trust me, guys. Actually, if you want to see somebody with cameras, check it out.
I can check. I can hold on. I got this.
That's okay. While you're changing the scenes and the cameras, which is badass, it blows my mind.
There we go.
Thank you for the raid, Chin. Welcome in. How was your stream? Thank you for being a wonderful person. We're interviewing Crash right now, who's telling us that he was a Destiny player that started on the PlayStation as a way of saving VODs for YouTube, but never edited them. And do you even play Destiny? I don't think I've ever seen you play it in a while, at least for like years.
Not anymore.
You don't like Destiny 2?
I got burnt out. To be completely honest.
Why? How?
It's just Destiny. I had like 3,000 hours in 3,000, I think, closer to that. And then Destiny 2 was just more of the same. So it was just it was. I got burnt out, and just started playing other stuff. So.
Okay, that's fair. I've never actually played a Destiny game. I thought about it, but I feel like it's way too late to get into Destiny at this point.
Yes.
So I'm too scared to start.
See, that's the thing. I have people telling me I should get back into it, but it's like, no. Like, I am so, the last time I got back into it after a year or two, and it was just like, no, it was a complete mess. I didn't understand anything, so I'm just kind of fiddling through, and it's, okay, cool, the gunplay is great. And then I got out of it again, and people were telling me, oh, you got to go back in. There's this Star Wars thing. You can get a bunch of Star Wars stuff. I'm like, no, last time I did, it was just like I was so lost. Like, I'm not going to do that again. I can't do that again. So, yeah.
So that was 10 years ago you started Twitch?
Yes, 10 years. It was April 6th, 5th or 6th, 2015 is, so this year was my 10-year anniversary.
What did you do for your 10 year?
I don't even remember. Guys, what did I do? Like, I don't think I did any. I don't really think what did I do?
I'm actually celebrating my 6th year, literally next week on my birthday as well. And so I'm sitting here going, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a week to plan it. Oh my goodness. I feel like this is every streamer though. You put it off, Actually, I've been working on a huge project. And so that's why this has not been that big of a deal. But I don't want to steal your idea, but maybe I will, like every other streamer, right?
No, it was just most of the stuff I completely forget about. Like I'm actively trying to think, okay, what am I going to do for Halloween this year? Because most of the time it's like I get to like October 30th and I'm like, damn, it's Halloween tomorrow. I got to figure out what to do for a Halloween stream and stuff like that. So I'm trying to think ahead a little bit. It's not always working, but I'm trying. So,
all right. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. I did want to move in because I saw your shirt. And if anybody can't see it past the microphone, it's a Make-A-Wish Foundation shirt. He is a wonderful creator for it. And I'm actually working with Crash on Crash Pad for Kids. Honestly, one of the reasons I wanted to bring him on here is to talk about the charity, talk about the event, maybe encourage some of you other streamers here watching to jump in, use me as a recommendation or whatever the reference is so I can win stuff. Crash, tell me about Crash Pad for Kids. How did that start? What is it about? Do the whole elevator spiel.
Oh, okay. So Crash Pad for Kids, it is an annual charity event that I put on. Basically what happened was in 2021, I didn't feel like doing a subathon for my birthday because all the way up until then, I did the typical streamer thing, which is, yeah, subathons for my birthday. Yay. Right. And I was doing that. And there's not that anything wrong with it, but I didn't feel like doing that anymore. So up until then, I was reaching out to different charities, organizations, whatnot, to see if I could work with any of them. And to be honest, most of the organizations I reached out to, they were just like, they were so hard to work with. Like, I reached out to the SPCA and nobody got back to me. I was trying to reach out to them for 6 months. I was calling, I was emailing different people, anyone I could find. Nobody got back to me. And it's like, okay, well, come on. I'm trying to fundraise for you, and you can't even return my call. And then a few other organizations as well. And then I wound up producing some esports events with Memory Express. And Make-A-Wish was actually part of those events, too. And then I got to know the Make-A-Wish team. And it was like, holy crap, they actually want to help us succeed, right? They want to help the creators to succeed in all their events. So I started talking to them. I started talking to April from Make-A-Wish, who's my main contact and has been ever since the start of this. And then decided, okay, this year for my birthday instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise money for Make-A-Wish. And I invited a bunch of friends online to join and made it a weekend event, and it went really well. We raised like $5,400 US the first event, and it was a weekend long. And so I said, okay, well, you know what? Let's do this annually then, right around my birthday, right around, you know, American Thanksgiving, like the week before, we'll do this. And it just kept growing and growing. And now this year is our 5th year, and we're on track to raise over $100,000 US. So we'll pass that $100,000 mark US this year. So we're on track for that. We have dozens of creators already signed up. We have right now, I think we have about $6,000 worth of stuff to give away. We have over $2,000 worth of stuff from Elgato, about $1,000 worth of stuff from Corsair. We have gaming PC, which I'll be building and is going to be the grand prize that we give away. We have knives. How many thousands of dollars worth of game codes do we have too? We have it's ridiculous. Like, we have a ton of game codes that we give away. So basically what it is, we have some volunteers that go into all the streamers' chats during this event and just start dropping game codes for anyone who wants them, right?
It's from the 16th to the 20th this year, right?
It's November 17th to 23rd this year.
Okay.
So it's a week-long event. And looking really forward to it. But we have some awesome sponsors, awesome prizes, amazing creators. Zam, thank you so much for joining, and everyone else who's joining as well. It's really cool. I'm looking forward to it.
So I'm going to share my story of why I joined up with CrashPad for Kids. And it's very simple. Earlier this year, I had filed my taxes for the first time since 2021, and I was doing some charity work with Extra Life at the time. My problem there was that the tax man then didn't believe I donated so much money for a charity, and I had to go get my receipts. And the local children's hospital that I was using through Extra Life proceeded to not give me the receipts for my taxes. So I had to hire a lawyer to sue them to get an affidavit and everything to get the receipts saying that I did indeed donate to charity. And that kind of burnt me off of charity for the longest time. So I was looking at it because I used to do like 3 charity events a year. And this year I was pretty burnt off out of doing any charity work. But this was far enough into November that I was like, okay, maybe I can get over the tax man bleeding me here. And maybe I can, still rally and do something great for charity. You were the first event that was being done in that time period. And so I was like, you know what? I'm already torn between what charity I go to, because I don't want to start raising money for a Alberta's Children's Hospital that wouldn't give me a receipt. So who do I do charity work with? And so I stopped by your stream and you put out that link. I'm like, oh, what's this? And so I was like, hell yeah, I'll sign up. Why not? I've been enjoying your stream a lot recently, and so why not help you out?
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And Make-A-Wish is great. And that's the other thing too, with Tiltify, you get all the receipts right there.
Yes.
It clearly shows that it goes to Make-A-Wish and whatnot. So the tax man is happy with that. I know that from experience because I put a lot of money to that in the past too. So
you're also Canadian, so we have the exact same tax man, and it's brutal. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Knives, you be quiet. You enjoy his stream. You shush your.
I enjoy his stream. He's not only a funny guy, he has a great personality. He's full of energy. Like, I don't know how you do it. Like, you're a father. Do you have a full-time job as well?
I do. Yeah.
How do you do it? How do you have this energy? I don't have kids. I am allowed to have this energy. Jesus.
I am highly caffeinated. And today I actually, it was really rough today. Like, I've been working on stuff for CrashKoeck for Kids, and then I've been staying up way too late playing Borderlands 4 as well, because I still need to get my wind down time in. Otherwise, I'm still thinking about the day when I go to bed, and I just lay in bed for a couple hours, lay awake. So I need to game to just kind of relax my mind every night so I can actually sleep. Anyways. And then I've been having last few days too. I've been of course I have my daughter, but I've also been doing courses for the last few days as well for contract administration for some new contracts types that have come out, and so yeah, I've today was a rough day. I think I got a full 5 hours last night. Well, no, I was in bed for 5 hours, but I did not get 5 hours of sleep. Let me correct myself.
How do you track that?
What's that? How the sleep?
Yeah.
I sleep with my Apple Watch.
Okay, so the Apple Watch
Yeah.
does it. I have a fancy little Garmin that does it for me.
Yeah.
But going back to the Crash Pad for Kids, I did want to know, what are some of the prizes you would want to win if you were participating? I don't know if you can win. I feel like you can't.
No. So Knives and I both have voluntarily excluded ourselves. I mean, I don't. The thing is, like, I'll be completely honest. The sponsors that are sending stuff, for the most part, I can just ask them for it. They'll send it to me anyway, so I'm not too concerned. But I here we go. Boop. There we go. We can. You should have that now. There we go. So this is the giveaways page. There is a ton of stuff we're giving away. We're giving a whole bunch of Facecam Neos, some Corsair headsets. Top donor prize is a Elgato prompter. There's some really cool stuff that we're giving away. Like I said, $2,000 confirmed from Elgato and a bunch of other stuff. But the gaming PC, that would be a cool one. So actually, the gaming PC, what I do every year so that I can, well, basically so I can afford this is I take, there we go, switch back to this camera. So I can afford this is every year I'm fortunate enough to have some amazing sponsors that send me a bunch of products so I can upgrade my systems. So what I'll do is the old products from the year, not really old, they're like a year old, if that. My previous products, those get rolled in to the PC giveaway every single year. Unless another sponsor wants to come in and provide some parts, and then those are the parts that go in, right? So the brand new ones will go over. So anyways, this year it's going to be a 5800X 3D, 32 gigs of RAM. Still nailing down details for a video card sponsor. I'm trying to chase that, but it's looking like a 5060 Ti or a 9060 XT for a video card. It's going to be in a Corsair 4000D case. Yeah, it's a fun build.
I would believe it. I'm really jealous. You get all the fancy bells and whistles before, well, not before, but you get a lot of stuff that most streamers dream about having, which again, yes. If you're a streamer, do apply, be part of this. You can easily, get yourself a new face cam. I know so many people in chat that are streamers that run a, what is that? The C920? Whatever the old web camera is, upgrade. Yeah. Trust me, that face cam is huge. It's a big upgrade.
Well, we have a bunch of stuff. So we have it broken apart into multiple types of giveaways. We have donor giveaways. So if anyone donates $10 or more, they get for every $10 they donate, they get an entry into the donor giveaway. And we have quite a few things in the donor pool. We have Facecam, we have Stream Decks, we have what else do we have in here? Neo capture cards. So that's in the donor. We have the same things in the streamer giveaway as well. So if you're a streamer, all you have to do to be entered into the giveaway, just to be clear, as a streamer, sign up, stream for at least 2 hours during the event. It doesn't matter what day, doesn't matter exactly when. There's no fixed schedule, just 2 hours during the event. I have a script that just automatically tracks how long you stream, and use the provided overlay. That's it. That's all you have to do. Like it takes less than 5 minutes to set it up if you're doing it the easy way. So there's two ways you can actually set up the stream. Let me show it here. Boop. We have it there, and I will bring it up right here. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I wanted to bring that off. We'll put that there. So you can see it all through here. Basically, simple overlay and alerts. This is the simplest way to do it. You right-click, copy this link, paste it as a browser source, done. You have your alerts baked in, you have progress bar baked in, you have the sponsors, everything all baked in one simple browser source. You're done. You can set up your own custom overlay and alerts, so have your own Tiltify campaign, so you can set up your own milestones. That takes a bit more effort, but it's highly customizable. And then there's a sponsor ad player. And that really helps me every year going back to the sponsors as well, because then I can show, hey, during the event, we played X number of minutes of ads over the entire event, over all streamers, So you definitely want to get in on this, right? I can say how many eyeballs have watched your ads. So whenever you're on the Be Right Back screen or anything like that, you're loading into a game, whatever, play an ad, and same thing. It's just a simple browser source, play an ad, and it helps me secure sponsors for the next year.
And of course,
yeah.
I'll be putting the link to this in the description on the YouTube as well. And you guys already see the link in chat as well. It's super easy to sign up. It's incredibly, I want to say, well set up by the team. They've been putting a lot of effort in. You've been setting this up now for at least 2 months that I've been aware of.
Yeah, so I wanted to start setting up in January, but of course that doesn't always work, especially since my daughter was born in October. Still getting used to the dad life, right?
Yeah.
So it was about June that I really started chasing things down, lining up sponsors, and getting ready for this year's event. And so yeah, that was it's been almost half a year that I've been working on this year's event, and yeah, it's coming together. We're really close.
Well, honestly, I'm proud to be included as a member of it. I hope to show up well for it, and I hope we get a lot of big success. And again, guys, check out the link, sign up, be a part of it today. Join us in our campaign to, help make kids have a better, I don't want to say life, but a better outlook on life for sure. Because obviously we're changing kids' lives with this whole charity, and that's one of the things I like to help out kids. So that's fantastic. I appreciate you setting all of this up. It's a lot of work, a lot of effort that you put in.
It's a ton, but you know what? Like you said, it's worth it. So these kids, they're going through a super hard time. Them, and not just them, but their families too. And Make-A-Wish, it's not always just for the kids. Of course, it is focused around the kids, but it's for the family too, to help the kids and the family through a hard time. So it's not that it's like some miracle cure, but it's something that makes people feel better. It gives people hope. That's the big thing that we're doing. We're giving hope. So yeah, I mean, already 39 creators this year signed up. That's amazing. If you guys want to sign up, it is CrashKoeck for Kids. My bot, who Crashdroid hates everybody, is going to drop that link in chat. As soon as you sign up, you're getting added to the list here. During the stream or during the event as well, on the main CrashKoeck for Kids page, you are thrown onto a carousel on the front page of CrashKoeckforKids.com. This year, I'm going to be taking your bios. I'm making a script that will allow me to make kind of, I'm trying to think of how to properly do it, but I think I'm going to make like a Pokemon style trading card for each of you that takes your description and your picture and whatnot, and make it a little social image that can be posted on social media. So we'll see if I can have time to get that done.
That sounds bloody amazing. I love the idea. I did want to chime in. There was a message in chat that I'm not sure you saw. Somebody really likes your train camera. How do you set up all these cameras and stuff?
That's by spending way too much money. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. By the way, I'm not seeing alerts right now on my list because of the way Discord's being stupid with the capture. But thank you so much for the follow. So this right here, let's actually switch over. Let's go to, so that's a rail cam. That's the one you're talking about right there. Let's turn that off. So that's the rail cam. That's the one you're talking about right there. It is that's
the website.
Just a camera on a slider. It's an automated slider. They're not super cheap, but they're not terrible either. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna go RoboCam here. So this cam, actually in chat, you guys can switch the camera to this one and you can make it look around. So this is a robotic camera mounted to the ceiling, but there is the rail cam. So you can see how the rail cam moves back and forth. I have a fisheye lens on it that kind of mimics a GoPro field of view. So it's a 7.5 millimeter lens on a Sony ZV-E10. Yeah, it gives kind of a fisheye effect. So yeah, that's that.
I'm super jealous.
It's good fun. This RoboCam 2, I've got it programmed in so chat can control it. It was courtesy of PTZ Optics, a company that I worked with for quite a while. They'd sponsored it. They've actually sent me a couple of those robotic cameras. This one here, it's slightly lower quality, but this right here, just to show you don't need like stupid expensive stuff. This is a GoPro Hero 4. Like, how old is this? This is over 10 years old, this camera, right? And I just got it. I have it plugged in with a capture card, just HDMI out.
How many capture cards are you running? How many USB 3s do you have?
I'm not running any of my computer only has one capture card. I actually run everything through a hardware switcher. So I do. Thank you so much. Holy crap, Inked Jay, thank you so much for the gift subs. You are absolutely amazing. My goodness, thank you so much for the gift subs. Anyways, there we go. Front cam. We'll switch back to front camera. There we go. So I actually don't run traditional capture card setup. I run production gear because I do have a production company as well. I run, I'll bring it up on the screen here. I run a Blackmagic Design Atom 1ME, Constellation 1ME in my studio. So that is, we'll switch over to that. There we go. That is that right there. So that is that setup right there. I have something that has 10 video inputs, 6 video outputs, and I'm able to switch a whole bunch of stuff around. Everything is all run, actually controlled with basically foot pedals and a couple stream decks on the video end with a Raspberry Pi running Companion, which can run all this hardware. So this is dedicated broadcast hardware that I'm using in my studio. So I can capture everything. It doesn't load my computer at all. The only thing I have is I do have an Elgato 4K Pro in my PC, and then I can send out a feed from my camera or from my video switcher. The nice thing about a video switcher is, like I said, it doesn't load my PC at all, and its processing time is less than 1/10 of a frame to process all the video. So switching back and forth is just, it's flawless. It's
how much
awesome.
would one of those run a hobbyist?
Hold on. I didn't shortcut this because I don't usually do this this kind of stream. So, so these ones right now, let's see. This Atom Constellation is $1,500 for this one. The one that I'm using in the studio. I also use a broadcast encoder, a Blackmagic encoder. So instead of running it through my, say, NVIDIA graphics card to encode and send it to Twitch, I have a dedicated hardware encoder. So I have a cable that goes out of my switcher into my encoder, and that handles it all. So all my computer does is overlay and alerts. That's all my computer has to do. And then it just takes my overlay, and then it sends it to my switcher as a feed, and my switcher can overlay that over top of all my video feeds.
That sounds like Blackmagic to me.
It's got.
Hey, I love the drum roll. Okay, that's awesome. I never thought about using a switcher like that. I always thought about adding more and more cameras, but I only have 2 USB 3s, and I literally use both of them for my cameras, and I'm like, but what do I do?
This is what you do.
I didn't get the Camlink Pro. I went with the, was it the MX40 or MX60? I can't remember. Yeah.
This, if you're doing multiple camera, this is the best way to do it. A Camlink Pro for consumer level. A Camlink Pro for HDMI inputs. You can get Blackmagic devices too, but they tend to run a lot more. And honestly, for regular streams and whatnot. Okay. I forgot to turn off hype train alerts.
No, so you just got more subs. Whoa. Okay, that's fine.
Whoa. Holy crap, Ink J! Thank you so much. Oh dear goodness. Thank you.
I was concerned because Twitch has done this thing where you can do it for hype moments in chat where if they're talking too much, you get a hype train. But I heard the hype train go off. I'm like, there's no subs or anything in chat. And oh my God, you got 20 subs just now. Holy cow.
Wait. That was a 5.
No, 5. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I
good.
scrolled too fast. My bad. Imagine it
Oh my
was
God.
20. Jesus.
Mr. J, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. It threw me off because I thought I turned off all of my sound alerts, right? But I forgot that Hype Train goes over top of everything. So it doesn't matter what scene I'm on, Hype Train goes over top of everything.
That's
So,
fine. Enjoy the hype train, guys. Get in it while you can. There's new emotes, by the way, for it as well. I think it's only 1 emote per level or something. I really like that Twitch does emotes for hype trains, but I don't know how I feel about a lot of those emotes. I don't use half of them.
I don't either. I have a bunch of Hype Train emotes that I don't think I've really used them.
But I feel like as streamers, we're kind of biased that we want to use our own emotes almost all the time.
That is true. That is very, very, very true. But
so,
yeah.
You have a lot of production, and I'm not going to lie, it's one of the fun fact, guys. I watched a couple streams with Crash. I got rated over to him, and I saw that RoboCam because there was one day that you weren't there, and so chat was in charge of the camera, and you were doing this weird, like, kind of ARG kind of puzzle where people would control the camera to solve things to get prizes and stuff. And I thought that was the most, like, amazing thing ever. And so I reached out on Twitter. I hardly knew Crash. I'm like, hey, how did you do that? And so he just told me the whole secrets and everything, listed the equipment. I'm like, this guy's pretty freaking cool. Like, and then I never went back to your stream for several years later. I'm like, oh crap. I forgot this guy existed because Twitch did the thing where it unfollowed me from you. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Twitch, thank you. Somehow fix that. I don't know what the problem is or why it unfollows, but I refollowed and then I was like, oh, all right. Now I know he's definitely still streaming, but geez, I felt, I don't know about you, but do you have that problem where you worry about what the other streamer's going to say and you're like, and then you kind of don't say anything? You know, you don't refollow right away.
Well, the thing is, I call it out. I call it out when I go to do it. Like there's when it started doing that, like, oh shit, did I unfollow this person? Because there was a period where, like, earlier on when I started streaming, stream teams were a big thing. Like 2016, 2017, like stream teams, everybody was in a stream team, and it's, you know, a pyramid scheme kind of thing, right?
I've had a lot of bad stream team experiences. Did you ever join one?
Oh, I was in one, yeah. So anyways, what happened was I unfollowed a ton of people. And then so I'll be for years afterwards, I was trying to correct that. And I was going, okay, well, it's I would be embarrassed to follow someone again, right? I'd feel bad. I'm like, oh God, they're going to know that I unfollowed them. And then I started just calling it as it is. It's like, hey, Twitch made, hey, gonna fix this. Twitch made it, so I unfollowed you. Fixing that now. And then, yeah, most people had the same reaction that you have and that I had, where it's like, oh yeah, Twitch does that, right? Like, it's like it's
known,
gets rid of
especially on mobile. It was so easy to unfollow on mobile. I don't know if you've ever done that, and I'm pretty sure that's how I unfollow a lot of people. Another 5 subs.
Ink J over to Zealous Zam.
Wait, that's on my side. What?
That's on your side.
I thought that was for sure on your side. I'm so bad at the stream together thing. What? Thank you so much. That's so kind. You didn't have to, but do we share hype trains now? I thought that was a thing they do now.
Yes. So it looks like, so together.
You have 67% and I have 33%, I saw, and we're at level 4?
We're at a shared level 4.
Huh.
That's
this
insane.
is the first time I've had a shared hype train.
Why did you pin that, Sam? More like getting used to a dad bod. That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't. That's awesome. You should.
As I do these podcasts, I totally will pin people's comments that I'm silently laughing at, just so that people know that I saw it and I would have laughed, but I never know if I should just laugh out loud and then be like, oh, guys, something funny was said in chat, so I just pin it and move on. Oh my goodness.
So I'm kind of the other way. I get distracted very easily by chat. So if I kind of if I feel it's kind of worthwhile mentioning, I'll bring it up. But I do my best to not interrupt. But my brain is stupid, so.
I feel that. I feel like every streamer's brain is stupid. But I'm sorry. I'm also just marveling again in your production value that you look like you're a human person. And then I look on my screen and I notice that my blue lights are way too blue and I look like a goddamn grayed out alien. I will have to fix that afterwards because usually I look good. I like to, I don't want to say brag about my production. I like to be proud of what I'm putting out there. And again, I look up to you as one of the leaders on production because there's so many people out there that just run off a C920 and play a game. And I'm not trying to insult anyone. That's how you stream. That's how you start. Yep. But obviously there's gotta be a peak and I'm blown away by how often you improve. And I have to ask, how do you think up the next thing to improve on your stream?
I let myself get bored. That's basically it. I'll let myself get bored when I'm on a long drive or something like that. Like I will turn off music. I'll turn off everything so that my mind starts to wander, and then that's when things start coming in. Like I was doing voices on stream for quite a while, where people could redeem different voices and stuff like that. And the way that started was I was bored when I was driving to a project that was like a 5-hour drive away. And I caught myself having a conversation with myself in multiple voices, just trying to keep myself entertained, right? So I'm here. Arnie is talking to Kermit the Frog. Big Bird comes in there as well, and then we got Duke Nukem weighing in. So I'm having this conversation between a whole bunch of different voices, and so that led to that. But anyways, I let I try to, whenever I can, let my mind wander when I feel that I need to think about something to add, and that's usually where something comes in.
Okay. I do a completely different method where I always carry around my stream journal, as chat likes to call it, and I will literally at work doodle and draw, and I will work on like my different scenes and stuff. I'll doodle what I want to make a scene up and what I need to improve on stream. I doodle it all in my book. I don't get bored. I just sit there and I look at the book and go, what do I need to do? What do I need to improve? That way I have it not only written down so that when I'm sitting around the computer, I can go, okay, this is what I wanted to do, what I wanted to work on. But you just get bored and you create things.
Yeah, I get bored and I think of stuff, and that's the problem.
That's fair, but you also have all the equipment to do it with as well, so that's also an easy layup for you to make it happen as well. But you make your own bot, your own Crash Droid?
Yeah, so Crash Droid is basically what it is during regular stream, what I've wanted to do for years is I wanted a way to be able to basically like have a Family Guy cutaway, right? Where it's like something pops into my head and I'm able to cut away and show it on stream right away, and haven't been able to do that. And I know that a lot of people are against AI, right? Like a lot of people don't like AI. I like it for stuff that I couldn't do in real time, or that I couldn't afford to pay anyone and stuff like that. So it's like images, like cutaways. Like I have the breaking news where people can type in some just random weird news story and it puts me into a newsroom. It zooms the camera in and like it kind of pans it in on me. And then it generated an image about the story to put up over my shoulder as well, right? So I've wanted that kind of control. So there was nothing that was doing it the way I needed to integrate it into Twitch. So I decided, okay, well, I'll make my own bot. So I made a bot that is able to show images. It responds in chat. You can see that Crasher has been chatting with you guys. Let's just do something quick here. Hey, Crash Droid, can you please say hi to everybody in chat?
It doesn't want us to waste its time.
Yeah. So Crash Droid has always been a human-hating bot that wants to take over the world. That's always been the case with Crash Droid. So I created a prompt. I created Crash Droid to act like that as well. And then I've been kind of adding things as we go, as I go, that adds functionality to it. it's starting to become a spam detection bot. So it's able to, even the spam messages that get past Twitch, since I've been training it, and thank you very much to the community for dropping all the spam links. You know those stupid spam messages you always get.
Yeah,
in
I
chat,
love getting
right?
the best viewers.
Right?
They're cheap
like
too.
The best. They are cheap. Oh my God. I can get like 8 billion viewers for only 25 cents. Anyways, I don't know how Twitch hasn't been able to figure this out and root this out, but I have CrashDroid able to identify all this stuff right now. And I haven't given them the power to ban or time out yet, but it flags it in chat and goes, hey, spam detected. And so until I can make sure that this system is working, at least as well as a human does, then I'm just going to leave it in testing. But it's been able to catch every single one so far. So that's awesome.
But why did you make your own bot? Their bots are a dime a dozen. There's Mix It Up, Onk Bot, Streamer Bot. There's Firebot. So many bots. Why did you make your own?
They didn't do what I wanted.
All right, I guess that's fair. I don't think any of them do AI, which is funny. Almost every podcast episode I've had so far has had at least a little bit of a topic of AI on it. Because I've been asking what kind of AI people have been using and how they use AI, because not only do I not have a subscription to any of the services or anything like that, I don't have loyalty to any specific brand. So I'm like, what AI service should I use? And nobody really has any good answers. Except what is like the background of your bot? Is it through the Chat GPT model or is it a different model?
It's through OpenAI's API. So you can do ChatGPT, which is the website thing, and you can do the free model or you can do paid so much per month. The API, the way it works is my hype train just ended. Or yay, there we go, hype train ended. Okay, I can turn that off. Actually, let me.
You can leave it on. I don't care. It's not going to happen for another hour at minimum, 2 hours if you left it standard, so it's fine.
Okay, there we go. We're good. But OpenAI, I tie into the API, which is substantially cheaper than a bunch of other models. It's much more reliable. It's easier to work with. And to be honest, with the AI, like I've worked in a way that it can cover the cost, and the return on investment has been actually really good, enabling me to put more money into developing more. So that's been cool. But yeah, it's every stream, like CrashDroid will, I have a full tracking in there so I can see exactly how much it costs me every stream and how much through CrashDroid interactions it can bring in. So I can make sure that I'm not going like massively backwards. But it's gone from, I've really optimized it over the last, I guess, over a year now. And it's gone from costing me about $30 a stream down to about $2 a stream, and it's way more effective now. And that's
how did you get that much cost savings? That's like 90%.
Optimization, just really optimizing it. Utilizing things like caching. What it will do is, if you it doesn't actually have a memory. These AI bots, they don't actually have a memory. What it is you have to send through the entire chat every single time you call it. It doesn't remember stuff. But what they do have is for up to 30 minutes, OpenAI has a caching system where it doesn't reprocess the data. It sees it's the same data, so it just pulls the information it kind of put together from that cache. So I've been leveraging the caching so that it cuts down on the cost. It cuts that down by I think it's like 80% to go caching. So that makes a big difference there. But otherwise, it's a bunch of other optimization as well. So
that's fair. And I believe I heard you're trying to make it so that other people can use CrashDroid. I almost said TrashDroid. Professional.
Hold on. Where's my mouse? There you are. Hey, hold on. We need to do this with CrashDroid. Hey, you're trash. CrashDroid. Let's see what CrashDroid says.
Well, it's a step up, so I feel like it's great.
Yeah. Nat, thank you so much for the sub. But yeah, so I've made it so that we can converse with it. It looks at the entire chat history for the stream, and then it evolves over time. It learns all of you. It actually learns what you guys do, and it learns each of your personalities, so it knows how to talk to you. It actually picks on Wookiee Webster a lot because Wookiee, it has determined, because I can see what's in I've given it an evolution system so it can come up with its own thoughts kind of thing, right? And it can determine how to talk to people, and if certain things are spoken about in chat, if it should respond, things like that. And so it will identify certain people and go and say, okay, well, this person I need to be really sarcastic to, or whatever.
I see, but you're definitely nowhere near giving this out to a general public, and I think you're also looking at like a subscription model or something for it.
Yeah, so basically what it would be is I'm not comfortable making it public yet. Main reason being I'm not a developer at all. It's just I went, hey, I need a tool. How do I make it? And then I kind of learned how to do it. But yeah, it's not ready to give out to the public. It's not there yet. And the big thing is I'm testing concepts and whatnot. I'd have to do a rebuild from the ground up in the code. But the model would stay the way it is. That's what's taking the most work. The code itself is fairly easy. It's training the AI and giving it the right information to do the right things. That's the hard part.
That's fair. I don't know what all goes into a bot. Actually, we had another person that had a bot that they built and it never worked properly. And I feel like that's almost every bot I've had to deal with, except for like the mainstream bots, again, the ones that most streamers rely on that have multiple devs working on the team. I trust those a little bit more, but I use bots way too much because I don't have enough mods. I feel like having to rely on people always has led me down the wrong path of, you get drama with some mods, people quit watching Twitch over time. It's not always a good thing to rely on humans, so I rely on robots more, and I can't say that they've let me down yet.
Yeah, and that's a big thing for CrashKoeck. Like, it's not going to be geared towards people with like 500, 800, 1,000 viewers, anything like that. It's geared towards more like that, where you need a hand, where a streamer needs a hand with mods. The goal is to make it a helpful mod, is what I want. So it does those tasks. Like if you don't have a full mod team, right? And I mean, for most of the streamers out there, most streamers do not have a mod team that's on all the time. They'll have mods that can come in now and then. Most streamers don't have mods in chat all the time. So I want to make it so that CrashKoeck can be that mod. CrashKoeck can determine, hey, these people are talking about Discord. Maybe it's a good idea to drop a link to the Discord, or I identify things like that, right? Like where they don't even have to be talking about Discord. It's like, oh, I wish I could game with you. Someone says that in chat, and then CrashKoeck goes, they want to join the Discord, and then drop the Discord link, right?
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. I've seen a lot of good things from your bot. I have a lot of high expectations, but we'll see. I feel like it's going to be another year or two of you definitely testing it and tweaking the bot a little bit more. But you called it CrashKoeck. Yeah. Why do you call yourself CrashKoeck? I assume I pronounced that terribly. And why is it CrashKoeck?
Crash was just because I have a history with vehicles.
Oh, it's vehicle. I thought it was for computers.
No, it was vehicles.
See, I always name my computers after famous spaceships and stuff that crash because I expect my computers to crash. And so that's why I was like, it's got to be about his computers, right?
Oh, no, it's vehicles. It was a lot of vehicles. Yeah, I've gotten into almost every, let's see. Yeah, I've crashed in every direction in a vehicle. Upside down, backwards, sideways banana this way, sideways banana that way, head on, of course. That was fun. Yeah, a whole bunch of different.
Have you been T-boned?
I T-boned a lamp pole.
I don't know if that's considered a T-bone, but I'll
no,
let it go.
It T-boned me. That's how it went.
How did it hit you?
Well, you would think an inanimate object couldn't do that. You would be wrong. No, basically,
How am I wrong?
That morning I was. It was a morning I was super tired because I was up being a responsible adult all night and definitely not out drinking with buddies. But I wasn't drunk when I was driving, but I was exhausted and blinked at the wrong time, and that blink lasted for too long. Hit a curb, went sideways at about $1.20, and there was a lamppost. And I swear by Subaru, my car, the lamppost hit right here and bananaed my car around the lamppost. The whole center console went down and my seat shifted over. I had just as much room, even though I had a lamppost at over 100 kilometers an hour sideways. I should have split the car in half. I should have been mushed. But the center console, everything went down, transmission, everything went down, and my seat shifted over. And all I had was a couple scratches from the glass that broke. Like, I was super lucky on that one.
That's impressive. I'm glad you're still around anyways, because holy cow, that car accidents are not easy to walk away from. I feel like maybe it is these days, but I feel like you might be as old, if not older than I am. And I tell you, cars weren't made the same.
No, they weren't. Well, here's another one. So I was, for a work vehicle, I needed something cheap and small. So I had a Geo Metro, and I'm not a small guy. I've been about 300 pounds for quite a while now. And, so I'm driving this Geo Metro, and my friends all joked that it was like The Incredibles. Like, I'd get out of the car and it would go, like it would just sag when I was in it. But I was driving along, and we weren't going that fast. It was a residential area, so going 50, 60, something like that, on a residential street. And there was a kid that screamed. Like, I heard the kid scream, and I scanned. I looked over to where it was, but the person in front of me decided that they heard a kid scream. The first thing they should do is they should just slam on the brakes. So as I'm looking over where I thought I heard the scream from, the person in front of me hits the brakes. So I slam into them. Geo Metro, I don't know if you guys know what a Geo Metro is. It's like you get it in a cereal box. That's what that car was. I was only going 50, 60 kilometers an hour. I literally bent the steering wheel around and touched my knuckles together when I hit them. And that was interesting. I never thought I could do that.
That's fair.
What hurt after that accident, what hurt the most, I walked away from that, not a problem. Rode off the car, but it was my knuckles from slamming into each other and my shoulders that hurt for a bit after that. But yeah.
No airbag?
No. Not
I guess not in a Geo Metro. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
I've only been in 2 vehicle accidents myself, and they were totally my fault. One, I was racing a train, and I proceeded to drive too fast, and the person who went over the train tracks kind of stopped. And so I was like, I'm racing the train, and I can't stop because I have to get across this train track, and ram right in the back of them. And the other one, I did an illegal left turn. Where I was watching people in the oncoming lanes, nobody's coming. It's 2 lanes that are waiting to turn to each other. I'm like, fuck it. I even said that literally to the passenger, and somebody hopped the line to go straight, and they took my rear axle off. But I blame them, not me. I mean, I might have illegally turned left, but like, come on.
Yeah. No, that's like, on paper, everything was my fault, but 100% that lamppost was out to get me.
Jumped right out, came out of nowhere. You'd say,
out. Like, I don't know if you know what the lampposts are like in BC, but they're malicious. They are awful. Another one,
driving.
like, another one. The ditch just jumped out and took the rear end of the Suburban and flipped me. Another one was the corner. the corner adjusted. Like it was a 90-degree corner, but then it turned into like a 10,000-degree corner. And so I spun trying to do the corner and then hit another vehicle. So that happened. But that wasn't my fault. I see the insurance corporation said it was, but of course, what do they know? And a few others like that, right? But you get the idea. Like it wasn't me. It was.
I get the idea. You survive all these different car crashes, but you bend over to pick up a toy or something and you throw out your back.
Oh God, Matt, my God, like seriously, I don't hurt as much as when I wake up in the morning. Like it used to be, I could sleep on a pool table on top of like a random pool ball on the kidney and wake up in the morning and go like, hey, I feel freaking great. Now it's like I sleep in my comfortable. My expensive memory foam bed with these expensive.
I just got a memory foam bed,
and I get out of bed and it's like, oh God, murder me now! Like,
oh my goodness, oh man. So you named your crash droid after you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to go with the theming, it's just to go together. Like I've been able to brand my name across all platforms, and then with Crash Droid, it just went, okay, well, it's my bot, so it's Crash Droid. And it's going to stay that way until Lucasfilm sues me because Droid apparently is copyrighted by them.
No shot. I mean, nobody really uses Droid, though.
You remember the Motorola Droid from years and years ago?
I mean, no, I'm not that old. Jeez, did we just date ourselves?
Oh, dude! I remember playing a Game Boy, getting a Game Boy, new when it was released.
I had a Game Gear,
but Motorola had to pay licensing to use the term droid.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I mean, Nintendo is doing the same thing nowadays as well, and I feel like that's how you make money in this world. I just have to find something to trademark. Maybe I'll trademark Crash and then make you pay me.
Fine. I've already trademarked Zam, so pay up.
Wow. Shots fired.
Yeah.
I did
I
have...
am old. So.
I mean, we're both old, to be fair. I did want to know whether you were a Doom fanboy or a Quake fanboy, or I feel like you'd be an Unreal Tournament guy.
Unreal Tournament 99, I freaking loved. Quake, I absolutely love. Doom, though. Doom is life. Absolutely.
See, I'm also a Doom fanboy. You could also, we were literally looking up Wolfenstein on Tuesday there, and I really enjoyed me some Wolfenstein. Has some of the best sound effects in a video game, finding the treasure, picking up items. It was one of the first games. Yes, I was talking about that first games, though, that makes you kill a dog, and that traumatized me. I remember distinctly hating that about that game.
Yep.
But it's okay. They're Nazi dogs. Yes, those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
I did enjoy fighting Mecha Hitler as well. Video games have come so far, but at the same time, the new Wolfensteins let me down so hard.
The most recent one where you play as the daughter.
Yes. Oh my God, they don't shut up.
Awful. I couldn't finish it. Like I played all Wolfensteins up until then, and you know what? Some were amazing, some were good, but that one was just bad. I couldn't even finish it. I was so disappointed with that one. It's like playing Duke Nukem Forever, right? Like Duke Nukem 3D was like, oh my God. And then you play Duke Nukem Forever and it's like, oh, someone pooped in a garbage bag and threw it at me.
I remember all this nostalgia, thank you, but the video game could be better.
Yeah, exactly, right? Could you imagine someone trying to make Duke Nukem 3D now? Like just modern engine, but everything else the same. Could you
if you asked me 2 years ago, I would not have been able to imagine it. Nowadays, I think there's been enough of a swing in the taste of video gamers that I could see it making a big comeback now.
I would hope so. Like not because I think, oh yeah, this guy's awesome and people should mimic him. No. I think because video games should be ridiculous like that. Like they should be able to be ridiculous like that, I think.
Yeah, I fully agree.
So yeah, I would like to see a Duke Nukem 3D not reimagined, like just remake it in a new engine. I would love to see that. The whole point is it's not like, I find intent is lost the time. The point is it's supposed to be ridiculous. This Duke Nukem is supposed to be this ridiculous, obnoxious person, right? Like he was back then, he is now, but that's the whole point, right? He's supposed to be that way. He's not supposed to be likable, right?
Right. Well, I mean, that goes for a lot of characters in that age. They were made blusteringly overconfident in almost every way as well. They were the macho man. I can't remember very many of them, but like for a counterpoint, Commander Keen was not even close.
No.
But that was also a kid's game.
Yeah, but do you know that BJ Blazkowicz, Wolfenstein, is related to Doom guy?
No, I didn't know they were related.
Yep. So BJ Blazkowicz is the grandfather of Commander Keen, who is the grandfather of Doom guy.
How do you get that lore?
That's actually been stated. That's by
yeah, but where do you get it? Is it just on a website? Was it in an owner's manual? You remember going flipping through it?
It's through that, but it was also confirmed by like John Romero and the people who have been working on these games that who came up with these games. Yeah, they tied the canon all together. So yeah, it's been confirmed that it is the same galaxy. It's the same family line. It's the same lineage. It's really cool. And if you look at it, they really leaned into that in Doom 2016 as well. They started putting more lore into the newer Doom games that tie it back to like the canon and whatnot. It's really cool.
That's fair. I've only ever seen you play like first person shooters though. Do you play any other games?
If they can hold my attention, yeah. It's just I've always been. I won't say I've always been. I mostly action shooter. Most of the time, I've always enjoyed that genre. There have been a few other games I've jumped into. Like I do really enjoy games like StarCraft and whatnot, but I don't really play them on stream. And the reason being is I'm not comfortable streaming them. Just
why? That seems weird.
So the way I feel when I stream is I need to, like, audience always has to be top priority. And I get into games like that and audience doesn't become the priority. The game becomes the priority. I am comfortable with first person shooters. Like it's super comfortable for me. So I'm still able, while I'm doing first person shooters, to fully interact with chat and be comfortable with that. So for me, it's just, I feel bad. I guess I feel bad. I feel like I'm not doing it right if I'm not interacting with chat properly.
I can see that. Now, I'm going to counter with my perspective here, where I often will pick the games that I pick to play on stream purely because I know there's downtime and it's not such a long, drawn-out, pregnant period where I am ignoring chat. Like, for example, I'm playing Elden Ring right now, where every time I die, which is every 2 minutes, I have a loading screen that's 90 seconds long where I can get caught up on chat, go back in, focus for 2 minutes, die again, and then go back to reading chat. So, you know, I've got breaks like that. And for StarCraft, I kind of get the same. I had the same idea, but it is a 30-minute-ish game. So you can't really wait 30 minutes to talk to chat. I can see that point. And I also see the point for like RPGs, for example, like Baldur's Gate or anything like that. A lot of people won't watch because they don't want to get spoiled. And so it's a matter of like, how do you play it? When do you play it? All that sort of stuff.
So, do you know, have you seen the streamer Technic? Frank? He's been a Twitch ambassador for a while. And he said something that really works well. He says, if you want to grow on Twitch, like if you want to just stream and you don't care about growing, just do whatever. That's great. But if you do want to grow and you want to expand, you got to do games for you got to split it up. You got to do games for you because you have to do stuff you're interested in. You got to do games for your community because you got to keep the people who came to your community. You got to keep them entertained, and you got to do games to bring in new people. So
Absolutely.
You'll have to pick something that's, something that normally you wouldn't play, but hey, this is going to bring in new viewers, and then I can go back to something I enjoy, and then we'll go to something that the community loves, right? And mix it up. Big thing for me is I just do what I like.
So that's why you're not partner?
Likes. That's like I know of ways that I could get more people in. I'm just not. I'm not. A bunch of those ways I'm not willing to do. I'm not saying all are bad, but a bunch of them, like a lot of it is. I will say I think a lot of streamers that get big now, that blow up now, lean more into controversial things to really get attention and get noticed, get that viral clip that's super controversial, so people can come in and call them out on stupid shit. But it also raises their numbers in the category, so more people go, "Hey, there's a lot of people here," and then it turns into a snowball effect. I feel that that happens a lot, and that is a strategy, but I don't think it's a strategy for me.
That's fair. I'm sorry. I was reading chat the entire time while you were talking. And can you just give Knives a little bit of attention? Apparently you're not cheap and he pays for your attention. So he just needs a little bit. And Humbucker also needs a little bit. Your chat's feeling a little bit neglected. Maybe if you could like pat the camera, like you're petting them or something, maybe they'll feel better. But it feels like your chat's currently rioting because you brought that up. Maybe we shouldn't have talked about it.
Yeah. As I was saying to you, Zam, and not to chat.
How dare they be here?
Too. I've been watching it too. Knives has been giving me a hard time here.
Oh boy, has he ever?
Went for milk and never came back.
So with this whole Twitch going on, I did want to know, what is your perspective on streaming? You've been on the platform nearly as long as I have. Do you think that streaming's a good thing? Is it improving? If you were to start streaming now, would you recommend streaming, or would you recommend, like me, and say start a YouTube instead?
You know what? It totally depends on what you feel like doing. Like if you want to grow as a creator, if your goal is to just become a big creator and become and get hundreds of thousands or millions of followers, short form attention grabbing stuff, and then if you get time, do some streaming kind of thing. I think that's the way to get going quick. I know just and experimenting with a bunch of that. For me, I do the short form to supplement what I actually enjoy, which is a streaming. I'm doing what I enjoy. I enjoy the streaming. I love the two-way conversation. The fact that I can make you guys feel bad for not responding to you. I'm looking at you. I have to mention, for legal reasons, I have to say these things legally for my paycheck. Yeah, I see what you guys are saying, but I choose to ignore you. But this gives me the option to completely ignore you guys, right? So it's kind of a power trip. Whereas it's not the same effect if I just put a YouTube video out or a TikTok, right? Like I can't ignore you in real time. But seriously, I love the two-way conversation. That's why I create. If I wasn't live streaming, I wouldn't have any other social media. I use that as a supplement for this. I use it because I have to. Like if working with, I've been very blessed to work with a bunch of brands over the years. I've been working with Elgato since 2019, and part of it is, I can promote stuff on stream, like, hey, I got that, and talk about stuff on stream, but I have to, like, to really satisfy the requirements, I have to post on social media, and I have to do a bunch of stuff like that. So anyways, back to what you said, because I took this long winding road up the mountain. I decided to hop in a kayak, go over a waterfall, And as I was halfway down, I actually pulled a parachute out and went across. Got some ramen on the side. Then I came back, and now I'm saying, if it totally depends. If you want this interaction, this live interaction, nothing beats streaming. But if your goal is to become a big creator, Shorts is currently where it's at, right? YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram. Just keep in mind each platform performs wildly different. You have to don't expect to post one thing on all the platforms and it to perform equally well. Each platform expects different things. You post to Instagram, they're expecting a more professional look. They're expecting edited, refined, stuff like that. You post to TikTok, they're expecting a shaky phone and someone farting in the background, right? And YouTube is, I haven't figured YouTube out. It's really very, like, you need the people who get really big on YouTube spend I do believe spend way more time analyzing the analytics than creating content.
I don't know if I would agree with that. I feel like it's more making good content rather than looking at analytics, but the analytics can drive you to what is good content. So I kind of agree, but I don't know if I fully agree with you. But YouTube is a mysterious beast. My problem with YouTube is that they like to hide things behind unwritten rules, like, oh, you can't say suicide, you can't say COVID. These mysterious words are all hidden, and nobody's really written them out, and they're all superstitious. I don't know if they're even factual yet. Like, there's so many things you can't say on YouTube that'll just get you completely put out of the algorithm, and then you didn't learn. I've had those moments so many times. Like, I think that grenade is a bad word to say on YouTube. I don't know yet.
Knives just said, don't talk shit about my analytics is the only thing I have. That's true. Knives loves spreadsheets. If you guys didn't know this, Knives loves spreadsheets. You want to? I
thought Knives loves you.
No, spreadsheets are like way more. Like, he loves spreadsheets so much. Like, if you could properly capture a spreadsheet with min-max formula, some rounding and stuff like that into a cake, like, he would die a happy man.
So all I need to do is find the next game where I'm like, I should make a spreadsheet for this and ask Knives.
Yeah, well, you know what? Basically. Yeah, talk to Knives. You want anything spreadsheets? Talk to Knives. Did you know that there is actually a spreadsheets tournament, like esports style spreadsheets tournament?
I've seen it. I thought I was good until I saw that, actually.
Oh God, no! I've realized that everything I've ever done with spreadsheets has been a lie, and I am nothing.
Made me feel like baby's first spreadsheet, and then I went, oh no. I thought I was good at Outlook and Express and all those windows. I hate 365, but that's a different argument for another day.
Google Workspace all the way. I've gone. Not that it's perfect, but by any means. But for CrashKoeck Entertainment and for my full-time job, I've switched everything away from Microsoft and gone to Google Workspace. And honestly, on my other job, so my full-time thing, the thing that pays the mortgage is I am a contractor, and I run multi-million-dollar projects, and switching from Microsoft the Office to Google Workspace in our company, it has drastically improved productivity for me. Like, I can get the same amount of work done in substantially less time. So ditch Microsoft, guys. Get rid of it.
I fully agree, especially as a streamer. The fact that you can share like Google Docs between mods and stuff. I used to do like giveaways and stuff where the mods would be able to fill in the spreadsheets for me, and so that I could just turn over, look, and I see the spreadsheets filled out by the mods. And that's fantastic. Why can't Microsoft do that?
Yeah. Oh, here's a really cool thing. I just found out today. I'm at work. I'm looking at my Google Calendar, and I noticed something on the side. Bookable links. So, you know, the whole thing, Calendly, that website where you can, integrate it with Google Calendar and people can book times. That's now a native feature in Google Calendar.
Wow.
You can embed that in your website now. Native in Google Calendar. It's like, yes. Okay, sweet. And that's included in Google Workspace.
Well, that's interesting that you entirely use the Google Suite, because my workplace does not. However, I'm also using an i3 at work, and I hate my life.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh, did
I
they want
often
you to?
complain about how I can get so much more done at home because I'm a streamer. I have a good
Yeah.
computer, but at work I'm literally sitting there sitting on my hands because we like to pretend we're from the 80s at my company, mostly because the owner is from the 80s.
Ah, all right.
But you didn't answer my question of what do you
Yeah,
think
sorry.
like is the outlook for streaming? Is it good? Is it bad? Where do you think we're at? Is it a good time to be a streamer?
It's as good a time as any, to be honest. Every time has its ups, has its downs. 10 years ago, it was good because there wasn't a ton of people trying to do it. It was bad because it was flooded with stream teams. Now it's extremely saturated because everybody wants to do it, and since we're riding on the where I'd say we're still riding on the tails of COVID. A bunch of people all of a sudden realized that they could do online stuff. People who maybe couldn't do it before. There's also a lot of people, and I say this as an employer as well. There's a lot of people that have found a way to be able to go on um, uh, that I was able to employ before that I'm not able to get back anymore because they are able to continue on things that benefits they started receiving during COVID, and they're able to supplement that with creation, which is awesome. I think it's awesome that people are able to get that opportunity. As an employer, it sucks for me because I can't hire anybody anymore. But
And that's
um,
still happening to 2025.
oh, I can't hire anybody. I am trying. So I am paying people like a starting wage, someone who has absolutely no experience in construction, fresh out of school, just absolutely no experience at all, starting $28 an hour with full benefits and production bonuses. I can't get anyone to show up.
Wow.
Right. And that's just the starting wage for you to show up. If you can just show up on time and use a shovel or a broom, you don't need any skills. And I can't get people to show up. Someone who is skilled, like we're paying 40, 50, 60 bucks an hour for trades easily. And sometimes more if like a really established journeyman, we can't get people. We just can't get people. It sucks.
That's fair. I'm a bit on the other side because I've actually been talking to my stream about how I'm behind on my retirement. So I'm looking for part-time jobs to use my necessarily physical labor for. And there's literally nothing out there except for like I have to drive 40 kilometers to even show up for a part-time job at like Wendy's or any fast food place. And so I'm like, I'm in a complete desert where I can't get a job worth my life. And I'm also trying to change my job because my current employer, being from the 80s, is not so good because the 80s was a long time ago and he should probably be retiring. But I can't just find a job. You can't find people to get a job. I feel like there's a severe disconnect in a lot of situations here. But
There is. Yeah.
with streaming, I know
Yeah.
that you were doing really good when I first tuned in. You had a lot of viewers. Why did
Yep.
you never make that push for partner?
I actually did. It was near the start of COVID. Yeah, my numbers were substantially higher than they are now. I pushed. I got rejected twice. So the first month I did it, I applied and I was over the 75 threshold. And the person said, "Hey, you're doing great. It looks amazing. Keep it up. We want to see consistency. Try again next month, and it should be good." Then I got someone else who said, "No, you're not getting approved." Like, oh, that's fun. And I learned that there was actually at the time when I applied, there was two people that were kind of handling Canada for partner reviews. One was very optimistic, and the other person was just wanted to smash people, right? At the
Wow.
time when I applied. But anyways, that was a hard hit for me. And at the same time, I'd worked on a piece of software that I developed, and that was not going the way I had expected. and I burnt out, and I wound up taking 6 months off. And to be honest, I've never really recovered from that 6 months off. It's really weird.
I don't know if it's really that weird because that's every streamer's nightmare. That's why nobody ever takes time off, and that's why they burn out and then have to take time off, and then they face that reality. I luckily have not burnt out because I've been there. I basically got to burnout, and then I said, well, I got partners, so now I'm not going to stream 4 days a week. I'm going to take everything back. I'm going to do games for me, not give two shits about growing. And I made a lot of very ungrowth decisions to get where I am now, but that's to avoid the burnout. So I totally understand that perspective. And I'm sorry that you got denied, but I thought you were well on your way. And then I noticed that we're pretty much at the same spot nowadays. And I'm not trying to say that that's a good or a bad thing. I'm not trying to bully you. I was in the same shoes. We're in the same spot now. And I feel like there's a lot of, I don't want to say camaraderie that we could have between that, but you know, I definitely respect your grind, and I know where you're at, and I get it. I get it.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. But to be honest, I'm not like, if I all of a sudden wants to get some more growth, amazing. But what I've taken from everything I've done over the years, like even as it is now, I've worked with Elgato since 2019, and they are an amazing team, and they've been supportive the entire time. Corsair, they reached out to me earlier this year, and I know the people on the team for the DIY team, and basically it's everything I've had so far. It's been because they know I've been reliable. That's a big thing, right? They know I'm established. They know I've been reliable. They know they can count on me to deliver as well. And I've also put myself in a part where it's not about me promoting their brand to my followers, because I'm not as big as the brands. Like there's not a ton of people that are bigger than the brands who are gonna say, hey, have you ever heard of this company Elgato? You ever hear about this company Corsair? There's not a lot of creators that actually have such a large audience that they've never heard about these brands. The way I pitch it, the way I sell it, and I recommend any small creator, this is a great way to pitch as well. You are making content for their social media team to promote, to their social media team to use. That's how you can sell as a smaller creator, how you can sell your services and get involved, get a sponsorship, get affiliate, get tied in is by saying, hey, I will make content for you. I will make quality content you can rely on for you to use, because that's just as important to them.
That's one of my next questions, because I was building up to get to, you had sponsors for the longest while. How did you get those sponsors? Apparently they reach out to you, or you sell yourself really well. But how did you get Elgato? Because I don't think you had that same mindset back in 2019.
No, 2019, what was it? So actually 2019, you know Mr. Greggles?
No.
Drummer. Anyways, he was already working with Elgato, and I got introduced, and the guy at the time, he was cool to work with, but he was the UK partner manager. I got sent a Stream Deck XL, and I worked on the Stream Deck XL launch. I was actually dropped by Elgato for a few months. He goes, you know what? Your numbers aren't there, unfortunately, in UK. I can't really work with you. And then I still made a bunch of Elgato content, and then started interacting. I didn't start interacting. The VP he was a VP of Corsair, GM of Elgato. He started interacting with my posts about Elgato products, and he said something about this is really cool or something like that. And I said, hey, you think that's cool? You should see what I can do if we partner up. And from then he connected me with a partner manager, and I've been with Elgato ever since at that point. So
wow,
yeah, it's but yeah, that's always been the case. Like I'm one of the smaller creators, for the longest time, I was one of the smallest creators in the Elgato stable, and but I put out content that's try to be unique with it, try to do something that other people don't really do, and I've been focusing on basically I do my best to make sure I know what their goals are and try to align my content with that. Like with Elgato, for example, a big thing is education. It's not just showing, hey, look at this cool product. It's more, what can this product do? And one of the things that sold them was I actually fried one of the first models of the Stream Deck XL because I created a battleship game on it that burnt it out because it was too demanding, right?
Okay.
Like it was, so things like that. Like I try to find a unique way to pitch the products. I worked with Memory Express for the longest time, and all that was, I just DM'd the Memory Express account on Twitter at something like 1 a.m. or something like that. Like, hey, and I sent my pitch deck through. And the guy who read it, he says, hey, I appreciate your hustle. And we had a chat. And then within a month, I was working with Memory Express.
If you guys don't know, that's a Canadian computer store.
Yeah. So those of you in the U.S., that'd be, what's that? Oh.
PC Part Picker, Newegg.
No, it's a
Fry's
a US,
Electronics.
Fry's, I remember them. They're gone now, though, aren't they?
I thought they were American.
But I thought they were gone. American PC.
No,
store.
Knives, it's not Hooters. You
Micro
can't
Center.
compare it.
Micro Center in the U.S. So Memory Express is like a Canadian Micro Center. That's what it is.
So do you feel like it's easier to get sponsorships now, or was it easier back then?
Easier now, because back then it was all about numbers. It was very hard to get in if you were a smaller creator. But what many sponsors are starting to realize now is it's not the numbers that matter, especially since it's becoming more and more apparent now that lots of people are buying their views. Like you can buy to boost your views. You can buy views, you can buy follows, all that stuff. And advertisers are starting to realize that. The good ones anyways. And so they're starting to realize, okay, you know what? It's the quality content. If this person can deliver reliable quality content, they're worth having as part of the team, right? So
that's fair. So as long as you're making quality content, how do you make your quality content? Do you just do it on stream? Do you go, okay, guys, I'm going to just shout out Elgato here? How do you record it? How do you do all that?
I do dedicated. I talk about everything on stream. I answer questions live. I try to make sure I know more about the products than the product team does. I really research everything about every product. But for posting on social, no, I make unique content. I try to make unique content for that. I'll make skits or something that took off that I was not expecting to, were my gentle unboxings, where I get the box from UPS, whatever, and then I'd have my phone and I'd literally throw the box on the chair, and it's just a bunch of grunts and screams as I unbox it with like a circular saw or something like that, and just make a mess of it and do the unboxings. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is I'll generally do an unboxing of the product, just stupid, that does well on TikTok usually, because it's, like I said, that style where it's just, freehanding with the phone and whatnot. And then on, say, Instagram and YouTube, the ones where it's, the curated, I have a script, I talk about the product, I talk about, why I think it's a good product and whatnot. Those do better on Instagram and YouTube, but I try to make a couple things for each product. I have one sitting on my desk right now that I got to get done for next week too, for Elgato. If you guys didn't know, Elgato's got some cool launches coming up next week. They're hush, but some cool stuff coming out next week. And I got one of those things sitting on my desk that I got to get ready for launch day.
I wonder if it's something I'd be interested in, because I have a lot of Elgato stuff, which is frankly annoying some days, like Tuesday, when my Stream Deck decided to stop working because OBS needed an update and the two didn't talk anymore. So I had to download the new one from the website. But regardless, there's small things about Elgato that bothers me, but overall they've been really well across the board for streamer equipment. Like I can't think of another company that was as kind to streamers as Elgato has been, except for possibly Logitech. Logitech's had some good stuff come out too.
Logitech has had some good stuff. They haven't been as good to their to hearing this secondhand kind of thing. to the people who, the creators who work with them. But they do have, I will say, Logitech does have some good, products. I guys still use my wired G502 from that I've had forever as my gaming mouse. Like I do have a bunch of Corsair mice and whatnot that I do like, but it's just this one, it's the right size, right? You know, especially like a mouse. Like, a mouse has to fit just right. So
I get it. I am also a gamer. You may not know this, but gamers happen to enjoy their peripherals.
Right.
But at least it's not Go XLR. I have had nothing good to say about the Go XLR. I hated that thing. I actually just replaced it this year with the Stream Deck XLR. And that's been pretty decent. My biggest problem is the wavelength doesn't like to save its settings, and I don't know how to fix that yet.
Really?
I haven't put time into it. Yeah, every now and then, whenever I reboot, it'll turn off my compressor, my EQ. It'll just disable it. And so I'll have to manually check it to turn it on. And I don't know if it's because I just need to update the software or something. I don't know. I haven't put time into fixing it. It hasn't been that big of a deal, but it's still something that every now and then I go, is my compressor actually on? Because like you, I can get pretty loud. I can get to be a pretty shouty boy.
What? No, really?
And I kind of need a compressor.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty rough. But what sponsor have you really wanted but never got to work with?
I don't know. Honestly. I got to work with MSI, so that was awesome. But then they had a change actually at head office overseas, which has led to issues with creators across the board. And since that change, there's been a lot of changeover at the Canadian turnover at the Canadian office. ASUS and MSI, when it comes to PC parts, were the companies I wanted to work with. I got to work with MSI. ASUS would still be cool to work with. Sony. That's who I want to work with now.
Really?
Sony.
What would you want to work with Sony on?
Cameras.
Okay, well, I'm literally talking to one.
Yeah. Sony for cameras. Blackmagic Design would also be cool to work with because of all their gear. Like, yeah, I'd love to work with Blackmagic Design as well.
I would love to see Blackmagic come out with something that not necessarily is cheaper, but is more streamer friendly from what I saw. Because I've seen several different, I don't know what those are called. I want to call them recorders or broadcaster, whatever they are. Because my work has one as well. I talk to the videographer at work all the time because I'm like the only person that understands what he does. But yeah, I find they're a bit too technical for an average streamer. And if they Elgato'd it, if they brought it more into that kind of an easy wheelhouse, I could see it being very easy to take off.
So you're thinking something like this then?
What the Sam hell is that?
This is the ATEM Mini. So this is a mini version of what's actually under my desk right now. 4 HDMI inputs, 1 HDMI output, dual microphone in, and you have full professional video switching in this, as well as an encoder. So you hook up the internet to it. Like, it is everything. This is everything all in one. It's got a multi-view. Everything's all right there. That's the connection. So that's an ATEM Mini.
Okay, maybe I should look into getting a Mini then, because Jesus Christ, that looks so much more user-friendly. Everyone else's that I've seen is all software that you have to interact with it and set up everything, and that seems more push and play, like the Go XLR should have been.
This one is a lot of push and play. You do get a lot of advantage from using the software, though. But yeah, it has full transitions, cameras. You can set up a separate multi-view. It works as a webcam as well. It's it's really cool. Everything all here. You can plug a phone into it, and you can stream from your phone. Plug in a hard drive to record. There is an ISO model, which means that not only can you record your stream, you can record each video feed individually, and it saves it as a Blackmagic a DaVinci Resolve already synchronized up. So you just load it in DaVinci Resolve and trim, and you're done.
Does it work with Premiere Pro? Because I use Premiere Pro, but that sounds so fucking useful.
My God,
it sounds so useful.
But it's all right here. Like, you have full transitions in it, wipes, You graphic wipes. You can get the more advanced one too. So there's that ATEM Mini. If you go with a Mini Extreme, those are expensive though. Those get up to $3,000. But the ATEM Mini Pro, I have one of these for just quick events, $445. This has 4 camera inputs. It has an HDMI output. It has the stingers in it, transitions in it. It has an encoder built in. You don't even need a computer with this. Like you can literally plug in, say your PlayStation into this and then plug you take any camera with HDMI, plug it into one of the other ports, you're good to go. And then plug in 2 more HDMI sources because why the hell not? And you're good to go. $445 Canadian.
I told myself I was not going to upgrade my stream anymore, but oh man, that looks so good for $445 Canadian.
It is so good. And like I said, it does up to 1080p 60. And it processes everything in less than 1/10 of a frame. Like there's
Wow.
no delay.
So is this what you basically stepped up with when you started streaming? You got your Xbox, your PlayStation, you got your MacBook, and then you got an ATM Mini and all that.
No.
Like how did you progress in your equipment?
So the way I progressed is I don't think I have camera pictures available right now, but I after my laptop, I actually built a PC with a GTX. No, it was an RX 480 and a Ryzen 7 1700, first gen Ryzen, and I streamed from the computer with one monitor, and I had a Yamaha MG.
How did you read chat if you only have one monitor?
Oh, I didn't read chat back then.
Okay.
Yeah. I only had one monitor and then slowly grew it up. And it wasn't until I think it was earlier this year that I switched everything over to production equipment. Because I was getting fed up with I had a 3080 in my production PC and a 5900X, and everything was always pinned with all the effects, everything I have on my regular show, everything was pinned. It was always lagging. It was always crashing. So I switched over to professional gear for the camera switching, upgraded my production PC, which now has a 5950X and a 4080, which still gets pinned. But now if my computer crashes, my stream keeps going because my switcher, which has all my camera feeds as well as my game PC feed, that's independent from my PC. That runs off its own UPS. The cameras are plugged into it. The encoder runs off of the UPS as well. So it's its own setup. So my computers can all crash and I can still have the stream up and going and restart the computers and then bring the overlays back.
Why do you have a UPS? Because I don't know anybody else that has thought about it. I thought about it, and I argue that most streamers should have a UPS because not only is your equipment expensive, but it'll stop you in a power out from going immediately off. I don't have one myself, and it's only like $70 for a good UPS for 30 minutes even.
Yeah, I'd say if you're streaming, go for one of the 1500 VA ones. I'd say run a UPS, one UPS for every computer that you have. So I have a dual PC setup. So I have 2 UPSs under my desk. I have one for my production PC that the monitors connected to it are attached to, as well as a few lights. And then my gaming PC has its own UPS as well. The big thing is I can gracefully end the stream. I can gracefully end the stream. I don't corrupt any data. But the other thing is too that sometimes power outage only lasts a couple minutes. Like why should the entire stream go down because the power goes out, right?
Yep.
And keep it going for a bit. And then I have a separate 1500 VA UPS for my mixer and my production equipment. So even if my computer, like I said, even if my computers go down, everything else goes down, my stream can stay live. So it's I think everybody, not just streamers, if you have a computer that's not a laptop, you should have a UPS, in my opinion. Even a smaller one, just so you don't lose your data. It gives you a chance at least, like even if you have a smaller one, it gives you 5 minutes of life. Save your work, shut down gracefully. You don't lose data. That's the big thing.
Yeah. I get it. And if you don't know, for anybody that does know what a UPS is, it's an uninterruptible power supply. It's basically a power bar with a battery, and it also acts as a surge bar in most cases as well, so that it'll even out that sort of stuff. It's incredibly useful because there's a lot of questions, especially in Canada, more specifically BC, where the power grid's not very reliable, and you can get a lot of brownouts every now and then, blackouts. So luckily, I haven't had too much in my area. I'm not in BC. But naturally, it's something that I think that streamers should have. And I wonder why there's no like RGB gamer or UPS thing like from Elgato or Logitech or anybody like that hasn't made a gamer UPS.
There really isn't a point. Like I know from Elgato's standpoint, if they can't do it better or cheaper than the competition, they won't do it. Right? Like that's their motto. Either they'll do it at the same price but better, or they'll do at least the same quality but cheaper. That's the only way.
But all you gotta do is toss in some RGBs, make it pretty.
Right? Some RGB.
And gamers will go for it. Add an extra $30 just for lights.
Right. Yeah. It's I mean, as it stands, I mean, CyberPower and APS, the two companies that I trust for UPSs, they're not super expensive. And what they can save you, like not just for convenience, but what they can save you in damages to your equipment is definitely worth it too. Like Knives mentioned, Knives has a CPAP. I have one too that I should be using, but my sinuses are screwed.
That's that mask you breathe for you while you're sleeping.
So you don't stop breathing and die in the middle of the night. Yeah.
I should probably get one of those.
Yeah. Anyone, if you snore a lot, or if your partner says, "Hey, you know what? You stop breathing for an extended period."
I don't have a partner. I don't know if I stop breathing.
Record yourself. It's
record every night just in case I stop breathing one night.
Dude, no, it's if you have a problem, you only have to do it one night, and not even for that long, like an hour. You'll know. So me, it'll be like. I have a very severe case of sleep apnea where it's normally a normal person will have like, what is it? Like 5 episodes an hour where they just like pause for a second and they need to, they stop breathing for a second, either obstructed airway or something like that. And then just a little bit of a gasp and then get going again. Normal person will have up to 5 of those an hour maximum. I'm at 108. So where I stop breathing.
2 a minute.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Where I so my wife one night was recording me, and she and so all of a sudden I'd be breathing and all of a sudden stop, and like nothing, no breathing for a bit, and then all of a sudden, yeah.
I could see that being again. So terrifying,
right? And then
every night
I'll wake up the next morning and I'll be like, why do I not feel rested? Right? Oh, it's because you nearly died 108 times per hour. That's why.
That's a lot of dying. Well, you know, they say you're not really living unless you're almost dying. So I feel like you're living a lot.
Yeah. Right.
Speaking of your wife,
yeah.
How does she like your streaming, and have you ever involved her in your streaming?
No, not really. It wasn't until a year or two ago that she actually started interacting with people from the streaming community. She wanted nothing to do with it at all.
Why? Is it because we're too nerdy?
Yeah, oh yeah, nerds, weirdos from the internet. People on the internet are weird. I'm one of those people. In case you guys haven't noticed, I'm one of those people. But yeah, so she was kind of, she was supportive. It took a lot to come up with a schedule. Like if you're living with anybody, talk to them about a stream schedule. Like talk to people you're around, talk to your loved ones, whatever, about your stream schedule. Just a bit of advice. Otherwise, you're gonna have to deal with a bunch of tension later. But yeah, she's been supportive. And then over the last couple of years, she's not so much come to events, but she's been willing to meet up with people. So she's met Knives. She's met, we went to the UK. She's met a bunch of people I know from the UK. So she's met Wookie. She's met Adult Nature. She's met Mr. Greggles and a whole bunch of other people as well. So she's more open to meeting people now, but she just doesn't want to be online. So
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, Knives. She is 1,000 times better than me. Yeah. Basically, if my wife knows that that Knives keeps me in line, and now she's met Knives and she's more comfortable with things because she knows he keeps me in line.
That's fair. And she's never gotten worried or jealous about you meeting like girls online. Do you even have that many girls in your community? I feel like you're a lot like me, where it's mostly men.
No, there are a few. There have been a few instances. There have been a few instances in the past.
But I feel like
where-
your community is very similar, where it's older gentlemen that are very nerdy and gamey as well.
For the most part, it's dudes. But no, there is a bit of a mix. But there were some instances where she was not comfortable. So did the best I could to accommodate that. You dudes, right?
Fair enough. I don't know how that works. I just know there's so many streamers that ruin their actual relationships because they hit the DMs. And I know you're not one to typically hit the DMs. Yeah. I send terrible memes to everybody except for you because I'm sorry. I didn't know you very well. I didn't want to share all my dank memes with you yet. I just was like, I'll keep this professional. I haven't really interacted with him on a personal level yet. So now if I send you inappropriate memes, that's totally because I feel comfortable with you now.
Actually, yeah. So Knives says it there. Most of the, okay, I find this really weird. Maybe you guys can answer why. So I try to be like fully open and whatnot. Like, guys, DM me, let me know all this stuff. And I'll get a bunch of DMs. Most of the time it's for, work related stuff or tech and whatnot. But when it comes to, more personal things, or people have issues or anything like that, they go to Knives instead of going to me.
I kind of get that too, where they'll go to my one mod and vent to him and rant to him and tell him all the terrible things, and then he has to translate it to me instead of them just coming to me and saying something directly to me. Like, yeah. I'm here. I'm a person. I am very capable of learning and being better, and I want this advice and feedback directly to me. But I get it. Yeah. At least I understand Knives because he seems like he's got a cool, collected head and that he's not going to go off the handle. But I don't see that from you either.
Here's the thing, though. I tell people, yeah, I'm open. DM me all this stuff. Knives is like, I hate you. I hate people. Don't ever talk to me. And people are like, Knives, I'm afraid to DM Crash. What should I do? It's like, seriously, he's the one who gives you crap all the time. I'm the one who's open and friendly, and he's telling you you're worthless. Oh, God, you all have daddy issues.
That's strange because they're all also grown men.
Yeah.
I'm being bullied right now for wearing this jersey. I just need to take a moment. I have worn this jersey on stream for like the past month. I have now swapped to my Ronald McDonald's jersey for this next month coming up because I feel like a clown. How do you decide what you wear for stream, and why do people bully me when it's a different jersey?
The way I decide what to wear is if it's folded in the closet. At this point now, it used to be where I would think about, okay, I've got all this Crash merch. Which one should I wear? Oh, I wore that one the other day. Oh, this will go well with this. And I would put a lot of thought into it. Now it's at the point where it's like, that's clean. So that's how it's, and I've become a lot more relaxed about it. I mean, Humbucker, I think, is one of my oldest, one of the oldest people I know here, like, or have known for the longest. Like, Humbucker, how long's it been? I forget what year that was. Yeah, let's see. 8 years. Humbucker, 8 years, 7 months, right? Humbucker knows that I've changed quite a bit. One thing being, there's a lot of things I've loosened up about. I've also realized what I can and can't tolerate. But, I mean, humbucker right at the start, didn't I would always say, I'm never gonna eat my studio. I want it pristine. And then like over the last year or two, it's been like, oh my God, these snacks are so good. Ah, crap, there's crumbs everywhere. Oh well, right? Like,
At least you're wearing clean clothes, because as I admitted, that stream jersey I'd been wearing was a month. It's been on my floor. I end my stream, I take my jersey off. It's on the floor because it's typically hot. It's still 28 degrees here in Canada, and it's now October. And so I take the jersey off and it's on the floor and it is not clean. And so you'll get to my stage someday, but you have a relationship, so you might have to have a higher standard. If you were single, would you be wearing dirty clothes? I feel like the answer is yes.
Oh yeah. No, it's like underwear is good for 4 days, right? First you flip it around, then inside out, and then flip it around the other way. You get 4 uses out of it, right? That's the way I thought before my wife told me that, no, that's stupid. Here's some clean underwear. So
fair. Chat wants to know if you have a stream towel, by the way, because I swear by having a stream towel. I imagine you don't, because you keep your studio clean. Yes.
So I do have a cloth to wipe everything down. I do use what is this? Oh, I use Whoosh screen cleaner, and I have a microfiber. And here's the thing that you don't think about, guys, unless you're a streamer. You talk a lot into a microphone with your monitors right there. You wind up with spit all over your microphone and your monitors. That is something that happens. It happens, right?
So I'm looking up at you on my monitor, and next to your mouth, I have some spit towel on my monitor, and I just want to reach up and clean it, but I didn't want to do that. But yeah, you get it everywhere.
You're talking the whole time, and if you're like, hey guys, how's it going? I'm just like a super laid back streamer. I'm just gonna sit here like this. Yeah, you're not gonna spit. But I mean, if you're like Zam or myself, it's like, right? Like that's what it's like.
Today I learned what your uvula looks like.
You're welcome, world. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah. So, anyways, I do have that. But I also. In my studio, I've built my studio. This used to be a pantry. I am a contractor by trade.
A pantry?
You're
in the kitchen?
No, there's a bit in the basement. This was the basement pantry. It was the
okay,
cold room, right?
I know those. Yeah.
So it wasn't. It was a. I'm a carpenter by trade. My full-time job is I'm a contractor. So I built my studio, soundproofed it, full ventilation, everything in here. So I will say that at least I stay cool in here. It used to be like I would be dripping in sweat, and that's why I'd need a towel or something like that. But at least now it's temperature controlled, so I'm happy about that now.
I'm jealous. I'm thinking of building a studio in my basement, but I'm find it hard to justify building a studio for streaming nowadays.
Let me just put my protection.
Thank you for putting your microphone condom on live on air. I'm sure.
Just reminded me. I took it off. But then over time, it's easy to wipe spit off of a monitor, not off of a microphone. So Rido reminded me I needed to put my protection on.
Okay. You mentioned how you're incredibly highly interactive with your chat, and I ask this to everybody who's a streamer on the podcast. What is something you regret putting on stream, or what is the worst idea you've ever incorporated?
You know what? I don't know if there was necessarily bad ideas, but things that didn't pan out. I think something that really didn't turn out the way I thought it would, and I know exactly why now, was something I had called Zombie Unicorn Attack. Like, I tried making things interactive, but that was over the top to the point where it was hard for people to participate. And what that was is I was playing Zombie Army, one of the Zombie Army games, and every time I would miss a shot, a unicorn zombie, a little cartoon unicorn zombie, would make its way across the screen. And if it made it all the way to the end, it would, it was coming across the bottom towards me. that made it all the way to me, it would bite me, turn me into a unicorn. I had all these OBS effects, and I had my robotic camera kind of panning around as if it's panicked and I'm attacking people. I had this cool gun animation where people in chat would be trying to shoot me before I bit them. And so it was really complex. And then if they didn't kill me in time with the gun animation, I would bite them, and then chat would lose health. And then if I bit them 3 times, it would be game over for chat. And it was cool. Like it was, but it was too complex. So I thought it'd be like, oh man, people are gonna think this cool. But then people would be like, oh man, I don't get it. There's too much to it. So I had to, after that, I had to analyze, go, you know what? I have all these cool ideas, but I can't implement them because I have to follow the KISS procedure, right? Keep it simple, stupid. I got to keep things simple for people to interact with. And from that, the button was born. You know the button, Zam.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the only one who I think pushes it. It's my least favorite part of your stream.
That right there is one of the most useless things I've made, but has become one of the most popular things I've ever made. All it is a button. It's a channel point redemption in my chat that says, don't push this button. And if you push the button, it times you out for 10 seconds. That's it. That's all it does. That's all it does. It does nothing more.
Can I push the button if we're streaming together?
You should be able to. It should be about the same still.
If I get timed out on your stream while we're live, what happens?
I don't think anything. I think it's
does
fine.
that end the stream together? I'm scared, but I want to do it for science.
It should be fine. If it's a mod like Western or Wookiee who did it, it actually removed their mod status. So I had to put in custom coding because Western like accidentally hit it like 3 or 4 times one night. Once on purpose and then a bunch of times accidentally, and unmodded himself. It's like, oh dude. So I had to put it in. Yeah, so there's that one. What else is there? Oh, better than everyone else. The way it started was just the cost of it went up by 150% every single time someone pressed it. At first, it didn't do anything. It was just like, it started out. I think I still have, what's it at here right now? It's at, oh, I'm in your chat.
Thank you for being in my chat. I actually had to alt-tab over when I pushed that button. And also, it did absolutely nothing. For science, it literally just timed me out, and that was it. Our stream together still going. Chat was still shared. There was no problems. I do know that I do have it set to that if you're banned in my chat or in my chat, you can't talk while we're streaming together. I don't know how people feel about that, but I have banned people for reasons. It's very low that I have a ban list. Like there's maybe 5 people on my ban list, but I know that I would not want those people in chat. I don't know if you have an opinion on that.
Yeah, no, same thing. There's not many people that I ban. But if it's someone who's just being like absolutely ignorant, I just won't put up with that at all. It's just like, okay, ban. It used to be where I'd have fun with them and be like, hey, try to convert you to a viewer. But now it's just like, I don't even want to bother with it. Like, I don't care. Like, there's lots of people out there. You're nothing. Bye, kind of thing, right? Like, if someone's pulling that kind of garbage, I don't have time to try to deal with that crap. I have no interest in drama, anything like that. For the most part, I don't really have to time people out either. It's either if it's a regular and they're getting a bit carried away. For the most part, myself, Knives, Western Wooks will just say, "Hey, cut the crap out," and it's done. Otherwise, for the most of the time, it's a ban, and it's just someone coming in being ignorant, right?
So how did you decide your brand? I know you have a lot of unicorn stuff. I don't even know where that came from, but like, how did you decide all this?
I have no idea. It just happened.
So you just one day were like, unicorns everywhere.
Yeah, basically. It started with Jeff the Unicorn. I don't know why I don't know why I chose a unicorn. Community chose his name Jeff. But I don't know why I chose a unicorn. Yeah, it just was. And then unicorns became a thing. And now, like, here on my hat, this is a unicorn in the maple leaf. My CKE Live, which is my production company, boop, there you go. That's a unicorn in the actual in the logo itself. Like
It's more of a horny horse, but okay.
I mean, just once.
Interesting. So you never gave
Yep.
two thoughts about that one. You never sat around being bored and was like, man, I really wish my chat was hornier.
No. I never had to wish for that. They were already, you know what, they were delivering. It was no, yeah, it just happened. I thought, oh, unicorns are cool. When I was making art, it was when I was doing a channel redesign.
So
and
we're just done with phrasing, right? That's
I
not
love
a
that
thing
I can
anymore?
hear that. I love that
Yeah.
I can hear that. It's interesting. I would have thought you put more effort into thinking about that. You seem like the kind of guy who would have been like, oh, I need a brand, and I'm going to Doom Guy. I'm going to Unicorn because I'm a badass. And what's more badass than a horse that sparkles and has a horn?
A lot of stuff kind of falls in place. It just happened and it worked out well. A lot of it, to be honest. Like there is a lot of stuff that I do plan out, but a lot of it is just there's an opportunity and I go, hey, you know what? This is going to work really well. Let's make something out of it, right?
So what else do you plan out then?
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, you said there's a lot that you plan out. Obviously, you
Yep.
plan out your channel point redemptions, your sponsorship stuff, but what is there anything that you don't plan out that you toss in your stream, I guess?
Most stuff, lots of stuff actually. Lots of stuff just kind of happens. It'll come in bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden it just pops into my head. Just the final thing. It'll come in bits and pieces. Lots of it. I do a lot. Unless it's unless I'm dealing specifically with sponsors or I'm organizing the charity event, a lot of it is by the seat of my pants. To be completely honest, like I like to keep it easy that way. So yeah,
That's impressive that you can do all of this by the seat of your pants.
yeah, I try. He does 5 minutes before stream or during stream. Yeah, actually, that's it. A lot, Knives. So all of a sudden, a lot of that, and that's something that I have to actively work on. Is people will say something in chat, and it will be like, "Bing," light bulb, and then all of a sudden, I'll just stop what I'm doing in the stream. It's like, oh yeah, everyone's super interested. Oh, he's doing that boss fight right now. How is he gonna do? Nope, idea time. We're gonna just divert over here, and we're gonna make a brand new thing. Right?
I know that feeling. We were talking about online dating at one point, and then somebody was like, why don't you just Photoshop new pictures for your online dating profile? I went, let's do that right now. We're doing it. Open up Photoshop. Let's go. Let's have some fun. We're going to Photoshop me hang gliding and jumping out of a parachute.
Right?
Yeah, you do it live. So
there are some things I do plan out. Like you came in at one of my escape rooms. So the first one I did, it was about a dozen puzzles, and it took me less than 2 days to make up, including the custom robotics and stuff like that I had. It was I had to go. So I live in the interior of BC. I had to go to Vancouver for the weekend. I already had a stream scheduled. I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do? Like, I want to keep the stream live. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to automate this entire thing and make it an automated escape room. So I worked on that for 2 evenings, and then I went live. I hit go live on my computer, and then we drove to Vancouver. And I'm in the passenger seat. I told my wife, okay, I just got to keep an eye on the stream and whatnot. Yeah, the stream went live, and it was fully automated, ran a complete escape room for everyone, and I just had it as, oh yeah, CrashKoeck took over the studio, and everyone, they were solving puzzles, stuff like that. And then I had a remote kill switch. If all of a sudden something went sideways, I just had to type a certain command in chat, and it would kill everything in my studio. So, things like that, like I'll do that, but even then, like things like that, I don't plan out that far in advance. It's just kind of like I'll get an idea. I'll usually have a clear idea of how to execute it, and I'll get it done quick. So.
Oh, I apologize. Your chat is almost begging for another escape room, it sounds. I hate to have brought it up and made more work for you.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do one for a while, but I just haven't.
Why haven't you?
I've been too busy. I've been
too busy.
focusing on other things, yeah.
Yeah, playing Borderlands 4.
Right?
And sucking at it, from what I don't know, I can't tell if you suck at the game.
Oh yeah, no, dude, absolutely. Oh yeah, no, seriously, it's yeah. I've been running around in Borderlands 4. Let's say that. So I'm at the level cap in Borderlands 4. You can get up to level 50. I haven't finished the story yet. I hit level cap before I finish the story. So
how does that happen? Have you been
because I get
rerunning
distracted
bosses?
by shiny stuff on the side of the road. Okay,
There's a lot of shiny loot in that game. I'll give you that.
There is so much shiny loot. Yeah, so I got super distracted.
That's fair. I did want to ask about VR because you use AI, you use all these different cameras and stuff. I've never seen you use VR.
I don't feel like using VR on stream. I feel like it disconnects me too much. Like I said, I really want to interact with the audience and kind of I run a lot of my show. I feel it wouldn't go well with the type of show I like putting on.
That's fair. I'm very anti-VR myself, but that's for different reasons. Mostly because it is disorientating. It doesn't look good. You're usually very jittery, I've found, watching VR, and that disorientates me so much that I don't like VR. I don't like watching it.
I think watching someone play VR is a dog's breakfast. I don't think anyone does it well. Like the capture and whatnot, I think it's just wrong. The only exception, I think, is something like where someone has a green screen room and it's like Beat Saber, where it's like they have the camera in the back and it puts them into VR, but where it's actually you're seeing what the person sees. Like when you have the headset on, it's smoother. It's like you're looking around. It's fine. But as a viewer, just imagine like they're attached to your head. How much do you move your head around, right? Like you shake your head. Like I'm bouncing my head around as I'm talking to you, and I have steady view. It looks good to me, but to someone else watching it'd be freaking rainbow vomit on the screen.
Have you ever thought of a hat cam?
I may have done that before.
No, what? Was it a bad thing?
It wasn't worth it. There wasn't.
No.
I've had a camera attached to me before. It was okay, but I mean, for the most part, I'd rather have it placed around the studio. Like, you know, I have the cameras there. I have the rail camera, and I have the robo cam, and I have the rear cam, and the side cam. Oh hi, and then I have a hidden cam and a bunch of other stuff too. Right, so it's I'd rather have it set up like that. I like my space and set up. The only time I'd really consider a camera like that is if it was during a PC build, but then again, I'd find it too disoriented. Why can't I word right now? Stupid words. It would suck for the viewer. I'd rather have a static overhead cam, right?
Yes, absolutely. I fully agree. I think that you and me, we can agree on cameras, especially VR. While you were swapping between scenes, I needed to ask this. What is the coolest thing behind you? What has the most emotional value to you on your shelf?
Doom helmet.
Why?
Right there. Community pooled together and got it for me.
Was that not just a collector's edition, or is that like a different like?
No, it was, but the community pulled together and they got it for me. So that was a gift to me from my community. Which
now my head is huge, ladies. But can you fit the Doom head on your head?
We're just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore.
I just want to know if you could wear it, because I saw that people did that with the Fallout power armor helmet.
Yep.
Does it also have asbestos?
Oh, of course. Yeah, tons of asbestos. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun. You can feel the asbestos grittiness in your teeth. It's so cool.
I don't think that's what I would describe as cool. I could name several things like ice, temperature, me. I think I'm cool, but I don't think asbestos in my teeth is definitely not one of the ones I would think of.
Oh, you're missing out. Sorry, I just have something I have to do really quick. I will be back in.
Go ahead.